After the attack of Hamas on Israel, the whole world was shocked and worried. It is expressing its fears about the future. The closeness between the Muslim countries in the Middle East and Israel has increased significantly, and the tension was ending, and these distances were expected to be less in the coming weeks. The relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel would get better, but the attack of Hamas in Israel this week completely changed the situation. The important thing is that the whole world, including Israel, still does not understand how Hamas has succeeded in such a large and organized operation, which Israel calls its 9/11. World's most powerful armed forces and intelligence network is Israel's network. As a result of Hamas's operation, Israel did not even get a chance to understand in the beginning, and its intelligence and defense system was completely unsuccessful. The world's most powerful and best missile-shacking system, Iron Dome, could not save much of Israel from Hamas's rocket attacks. According to media reports, Hamas's troops attacked Israel on the ground and at sea at the same time in the morning. In just a few minutes, thousands of rockets were fired on the ground in Israel. Not just this. During the aerial attacks, dozens of Hamas troops broke into Israel's land in Gaza. There, military personnel and civilians were targeted. At the same time, dozens of Israelis were taken along with them as hostage, including a high-ranking officer of the Israeli army. Hamas has named this operation as Tufan ul-Aqsa. After this unexpected operation, Israel declared war on Hamas and began aerial attacks on the Gaza Strip, which is still going on. Israel is carrying out continuous bombings. On the weekend, there is a religious day for the Jews, in which many families are planning to spend time with their friends in their homes or their worship houses. But suddenly in the morning, the rain of rockets indicated the beginning of such an attack, which was extraordinary in terms of scope and planning. For years, Israel has separated the Gaza Strip through obstacles and restrictions. However, these obstacles were overcome in a few hours by Hamas. It was almost 6:30 in the morning when the rain of rockets began in Israel. The new Iron Dome defense missile system of Israel against these rockets of Hamas is usually proven to be effective, but in a very short time, thousands of rockets had made this system ineffective. The number of rockets proved to be such a large number that this attack had been planned for months. Hamas claims that in the first stage, 5,000 rockets were fired, while according to Israel, the number of rockets that were fired was 2,200 Hamas. After this, the alarm began to ring in Tel Aviv, the capital of Israel. During the rain of rockets, Hamas armed forces gathered at the places where they had to cross obstacles to separate Gaza. There is a wall made of concrete around the Gaza Strip, so there is a thorn-like bar somewhere. Along with this, there are military checkpoints, while camera networks and sensors have also been provided to stop such attacks. But Hamas forces crossed this obstacle at different places in a few hours. Some Hamas soldiers completely bypassed this obstacle, including aerial gliders, while some soldiers entered Israel by ship. The Israeli army says that 2 Hamas ships were stopped from entering Israel, but there were multiple and organized attacks on the crossing points of this attack, and the initial images of entering Israel were published on the Hamas Telegram account. According to the BBC report, 7 government crossing points are present in the Gaza Strip, of which 6 are controlled by Israel and 1 by Egypt. However, within a few hours, Hamas found a way to enter the Israeli territory from the entire border.